rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Once again, for old time's sake, hello everybody, I am Jay Shady, and you are listening to the Voice of Reason. Alright, surprise, surprise, here I am. It's been a long time coming, a whole long time coming. Last time I've been on here is like December, it's March, and here I am, just in time for Wrestlemania season. Wrestlemania 30 season, baby. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And, you know, I've just been sitting back, not doing any videos, obviously. Everybody's wondering, where is he? Where's Jay Shady? Where's the voice of reason to bring some reason into what's going on? And you know, I've been like Sting in WCW. I've been up on the rafters, minding my own business, just crouching up on the rafters, just looking over everything, taking in what's going on, and waiting for the right time to come back and strike and bring back the voice of reason. Like CM Punk, I gave myself my own sabbatical, but it's time to come back. It's time to update you guys, update the fans, update the subscribers to this channel. Channel ain't dead yet, son. Alright, so where do we start? I haven't watched wrestling. First show I watched, I haven't watched a show from start to finish. But now that it is WrestleMania season, I have checked up on things. I have gotten in touch with what's going on. But I still haven't watched a show from start to finish. I DVR'd them and skipped them around. The first show I did that with was February 24th. So let's talk about what's going on since I've been away. The WWE Network is up first. WWE Network. What a phenomenal fucking thing. Really. First day I subscribed to it. I use it on my Xbox. I wish they'd fix out more of the fucking kinks on the Xbox, because the Xbox is the worst of all the devices for the network, because they don't let you have WCW or ECW pay-per-views. They have to fix that. They don't let you, if the pay-per-view has over 25 events or something like that, like WrestleManias, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, things like that, you can't go year by year, so you can't watch a old Royal Rumble or an old WrestleMania. They have to fix that. But aside from that, you know, I've just been watching the network a lot, so expect some retro reviews every now and then. I'm waiting for them to fucking release some Attitude Era Raws. So for now, I'm stuck with some shitty-ass 1993 Raws that I've been watching. I've been catching up on them, and holy fucking shit, do they suck. We complain about, you know, these days, but Jesus fucking Christ, every match on those 1993 Raws is a Mr. Perfect versus a fucking jobber like the Repo Man or some shit. You know, Repo Man is actually fucking much more popular than most of the jobbers there. They're just like these first name, last name guys that look like they work at like Staples or something. But anyway, I'm waiting for them to release some fucking Attitude Era shit so I could actually, you know, be entertained. So now I'm just watching these 1993 shows. So, you know, I'm almost up to like King of the Ring 1993. So maybe I'll review that. But yeah, expect some fucking retro reviews, baby! Alright, now let's talk about the product now. The current product. When I left, it was John Cena and Randy Orton at the top, having their little match at TLC. I said, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. Bryan is stuck in a stupid tag team with CM Punk that means nothing. And I quit. And now I'm back. And instead of John Cena, you have Batista. The same old fucking do-si-do of these same fucking faces ever since 2005. You know, they're just switching partners, changing partners every now and then, and it's the same goddamn thing. First, though, let's talk about CM Punk. What's up with CM Punk, huh? What are my thoughts about CM Punk leaving? You know, can't blame the guy. I mean, people are saying, yeah, the WWE gave him all this. He was the number 2 guy. But they just made him look like a fucking joke. Ever since the summer of Punk, they've just dropped the ball so badly with CM Punk that you can't do anything else except question, what if? You know, what if they got it right? CM Punk, easily would be much more fucking popular than John Cena. But you're not allowed to break through that glass ceiling these days. So of course John Cena, is the main guy, and CM Punk was just, delegated to just doing a bunch of stupid shit for the last couple of years in the company. So it's no shock of mine that CM Punk left. He's been, disassociated, disinterested with the company for a while now. And you know what? It's the guy's life. It's his life, I mean, that's his job he's doing. That's his job. That's his money he's making. That's his life. Why should he have to answer to anybody else what his decisions are? Yeah, we're his fans. Yeah, we enjoy him. But in the end, it's the guy's life. You live your own life. You don't, live lives to share with a million other people who you don't even fucking know personally. So fuck that shit about, oh, he left the fans high and dry. He didn't leave the fans high and dry. He was pissed off at the company. So just shut the fuck up about that shit. So yeah, good for CM Punk leaving. Fucking kudos. And then let's just talk a little about WrestleMania 30. This isn't going to be an extra long video. I'm just going to talk briefly about WrestleMania 30. I'll do a formal Road to WrestleMania 30 video a little bit down the line when we know more of the card. Right now we have like maybe 4 matches, but let's just talk about the main things going on. So you have John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. And why does it not fail to amaze me that once another new guy gets a lot of hype, a lot of attention, a lot of notoriety, John Cena has to be there to fucking pummel the guy, to bury him, to show him who's boss and who's the top dog in the company. This fucking, you have to go through me if you want to be at the top shit. It's just so frustrating because it's so true. The fact that nobody could get anywhere with John Cena standing there like a fucking moron, This guy still sucks. 3 months later hasn't, lightened my opinion of him at all. I still think he's a cancer to wrestling. And it's just sad. Every fucking time Dolph Ziggler gets hot, has to be John Cena's bitch. Damien Sandow gets hot, has to be John Cena's bitch. The Nexus are hot, have to be John Cena's bitch. Zack Ryder gets hot, John Cena has to fuck his girlfriend and make him his bitch. And now Bray Wyatt, a guy who a lot of people are into, a guy saying, he's the future of wrestling, getting a lot of momentum. And John Cena just has to go into a program with him going into WrestleMania to beat him. Bray Wyatt is not going to beat John Cena. I mean, what from John Cena's past WrestleManias do you think a guy like Bray Wyatt is going to beat John Cena? The only people that beat John Cena at WrestleManias are people like The Rock and Randy Orton. That's it. Not Bray Wyatt. Not some new guy, Bray Wyatt. I mean, this is just total bullshit. John Cena couldn't go to a program with anybody else. He had to go into a program with one of the top upcoming superstars in order to just cement the fact that he'll never break through the glass ceiling, that he'll always have to answer to John Cena. I mean, this is just complete fucking bullshit. And it really pisses me off. It really does. I mean, why? Why does this guy have to leech off of everybody else's fucking attention? You saw it this last Monday with Hulk Hogan. This guy you knew since Hulk Hogan was back, he had to come out and leech and feed off all the positive energy Hulk Hogan was getting from the fans and try to put some of it on John Cena. This guy has made a career out of it. That's the only way this guy, sees himself getting over, is leeching off of other people's talents, off of other people's charisma, off of other people's abilities, and it makes me sick to my fucking stomach. And I just really, it's disgusting. When is this shit gonna stop? So there's your little John Cena Bray Wyatt rant. What else do we got? We got Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Very much looking forward to this match. Sounds exciting. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. They haven't had a match since 2002. So this sounds good. This sounds great. One problem is, what the fuck is going on with the storyline, I mean, yeah, it started off great with Undertaker chokeslamming Brock Lesnar through the table, sticking a pen in his hand, but that was 2 weeks ago. Since then, what's happened? Absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing has happened since the chokeslam through the table, since they first announced the match. And, I'm getting sick of this shit. Yes, it's a great match, it's 2 big names, and it's going to be a great match, but why not Why are they just settling with the two names rather than investing a feud, investing a build-up? I don't care that this match just happening because of the Taker streak. That shit is boring. We've gotten that same storyline for like 10 fucking years now about the streak. Let's add some more fucking on top of it, It's just like you're stuck in one spot. They announce the match, you get stuck in this one spot, and then the match happens. Yes, the match could be good, but let's add some fucking more onto it, please. Remember back then when they would build on top of storylines and build and build and build, You have Stone Cold bringing in a beer truck, The Rock throwing a title into the fucking river. You had people kidnapping family members, shit like this. You would have all this fucking stuff culminating into a match. All these different type of ideas. Now it's just, I'm going to challenge you for your streak. All right, let's fight. 3 weeks of saying, I'm going to beat the streak, and then the match. That's all it is. I mean, let's do some more entertaining things here, really. But the match should be great. It really should. And then we got Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, and this is the closing segment of this video, is Daniel Bryan. Okay, so Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, a match that nobody wanted to see. And this Monday, WWE pulls off this fantastic thing where they make you now want to see Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. And they use what has been going on. People say, oh, WWE doesn't watch our videos. They don't listen to the internet. Well, this just goes to show that they very much do. Whether they like to admit it or not, they very much do. Maybe not watch our videos, but listen to what's going on the internet. Sure, we are a minority or whatever, but we're a very vocal minority. And if we all are upset and if we all leave, it's going to be a problem for the WWE. So this is the part where I want to say, a few months ago when I was ranting on Raws, yeah, there were a lot of people agreeing with me, but there were also a lot of people like, oh, what are you, crazy? WWE is so good. What's wrong with you? You just complain. Everything is great. But now I leave doing YouTube, and all of a sudden, a lot of people are starting to turn against WWE. A lot of people who weren't against WWE before when I was here are now voicing their opinions, are now getting sick of the bullshit. And for that, I have to say, what happened on Monday is a result of everything that the fans have done. It really is. Now, yes, the WWE used it perfectly the way they did it. They all this unrest, all this Occupy Raw, all this Hijack Raw, WWE made it their own thing. They put their own spin on it. They put it into the show. They broke the fourth wall. They broke kayfabe and acknowledged all this that was going on and made it their own thing. And, was some of it to just, throw us something our way, throw us a bone by putting Daniel Bryan in the main event potentially? Yes, but make no mistake about it. If we didn't voice our opinions, and if, we weren't threatening to do this and that, if we didn't have a voice, this would not have happened. So it is a huge, kudos to the fans for finally stepping up against this company and forcing them to do change, and good change here. Yes, they did take something that we were saying and make it their own thing, but it was all win-win. It made for better TV, it makes for a better WrestleMania, and it makes for a better crowd at WrestleMania, not a pissed off, disassociated crowd. So, it's amazing that finally people are, speaking out, and finally voices are getting heard. And, this stuff that WWE will do whatever they want, no matter what. To a degree, yes. But, just think about this. Before this happened, Daniel Bryan was rumored from, reliable sources, I hear, to be going into a program with Sheamus for WrestleMania 30. Fucking Sheamus, okay? The guy who beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds, okay? Daniel Bryan was heavily rumored to go into a feud with Sheamus into WrestleMania 30. So make no mistake fucking about it that he is now in this spot because of the voice of the fans, because of us addressing our opinion and addressing our distaste and frustration with what the WWE has been doing by just making everything about Batista, Randy Orton, John Cena, Triple H, all those guys that we've had to put up with for 10, 15 years. We finally, lash out back at them. And people could bash all the hijack Raw things and all that, voicing your displeasures. Yeah, some of the hijacking thing was half-assed, didn't work, but still, a voice was said. A voice was put out there. And for that fact, Daniel Bryan is now very likely going to be in the main event of WrestleMania. Now, will he win? I don't know. I really hope WWE goes full on with this and just makes this Daniel Bryan's WrestleMania. He's going to be facing Triple H, and then if he beats Triple H, he's going to be in the title match against Batista and Randy Orton. But just the fact that we changed the main event of WrestleMania is, a huge step up. And it's a huge wake-up call to stop just letting them do what they want and stop just taking it without saying anything and just giving no resistance. If we say what we want, if we show our displeasure, they have no choice. Because if they went through with Batista versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 30, it would have went down as the most probably infamous main event for all the wrong reasons. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people on TV, you were watching TV and you just saw a lot of the crowd leaving during Randy Orton versus Batista. So, voices have been heard, and that's how the Attitude Era started. People gave up on WWF and started watching WCW. People have voiced their opinions, and they're forced to utilize Daniel Bryan. And hopefully this is a full-on wake-up call. Is it a whole one? I don't know. But nevertheless, just great stuff from WWE. They did it masterfully with, twisting it, like using what was really happening in their storyline to make the show better. They make the show better by doing that. Yes, it was their own thing. Yes, maybe they were throwing us a bone by putting Dan Bryan in it. But we made that happen. Now the segment itself, I thought, it was a good segment with the whole Occupy Raw. But personally, I would have had it be something that you do throughout the whole night. Because, the way they did it, you could tell it was just a whole bunch of fucking plants in the ring. I really would have much preferred it to be actual fucking fans. Because the plants are just always such bad fucking actors. You have like this white guy in the front when Triple H is coming. He's standing there like this. And it's just so fucking goofy. And it's hard to get over that. I would like to see this thing use real fans. Have Dan Bryan, maybe a guy comes out and his music doesn't play, and you see that Dan Bryan recruited him in the Yes Movement, the sound guy. He recruited the sound technician. The lights aren't working. You see Dan Bryan recruited the light guy, and they're both hijacking Raw. Dan Bryan goes to the crowd area, and he gets fans to actually walk out of the building. How great would that have been if you saw Dan Bryan during a match? He's in the crowd, and he gets all the fans, or a lot of them, to walk out of the building with him, and they're all, protesting against Raw outside. There's a very little minority in the arena. They could have really made this thing a whole Raw's length thing and made it very entertaining using real fans. That would have been great, using real fans, not fucking plants. But anyway, that being said, we got what we wanted, right? Dan Bryan in the main event. So there you go. There's a little wrap-up of what's going on in the WWE world according to my views, according to my opinions, my eyes, my voice. And so congratulations to everybody who's who forced this to happen. Because no matter what anybody says, the fans did voice this to happen. Because if it wasn't for the fans, Dan Bryan would have been fighting Sheamus. What more can I say about that? Okay, so when it comes to Raws, the Raw reviews just drained me the fuck out. I'll be honest. The Raw reviews are the main thing that drained me out when doing these videos. So from now on, when Raws happen, I'm just gonna do like a raw thoughts, raw wrap up. Talk about the main storylines type of thing. Not go through every fucking thing. Oh, Fandango versus Dolph Ziggler was a shitty match. The Divas match was a shitty match. Why waste my breath on stuff that doesn't matter? I'm just gonna talk about the main storylines, the main plot lines, and main things that I want to talk about for my Raw reviews, which I will resume with the next Raw. Will I stick around after Mania? I don't know, but I did say I was most likely coming back from Mania, and here I am. So enjoy it, and of course also the retro reviews. I'll do some of those when I watch pay-per-views and things like that, or historic Raws. So there you go. I am back in action, baby. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. And also one thing is, I don't know if you still need Google Plus to comment on videos. I'm going to check it out. If you still do, I'm sorry that I don't comment back. Because I'm not making a fucking Google Plus. I will fucking protest against it as long as I can. I'm not dealing with all these fucking social networks all at once, okay? So there you go. As always, I'm Jay Shady, the voice of reason. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.